Mojo in the Morning Show, home of the phone scams, the War of the Roses, and the Dirty on 30. Steven on with us right now for Am I the A-Hole? You tell Steven if you think what he did was wrong. Steven, are you there?
I'm here. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Here's the question. Can you ever say something to someone once they tell you what they're going to name their child if you don't like the name that they're going to name that baby? Steven, first off, who is it that's having a baby?
It's my sister. My sister's having a baby.
And your sister is going to name her baby something interesting, but tell us where she got the idea for this name before you tell us what the name is.
So, my sister is obsessed with that show Yellowstone.
Oh, yeah, it's a good one.
Oh, God, this name's going to be good.
It's a good one.
All right. And so I'm assuming Rip. Is it Rip? Because that would be the name that you would go with.
No, man. It's even crazier than that. She wants to name the baby Cowboy.
Oh, my gosh. Really?
Cowboy.
That's interesting. So she likes the show Yellowstone so much that she wants to name the baby Cowboy. And have you told her your thoughts on that?
I mean, I know I should keep my mouth shut, but I had to say something. You know, I mean, I know it's not my baby, you know, but it's my future nephew, and I don't want him to get picked on his whole life, you know.
Although it kind of is a tough name,
Yeah,
isn't
who's
it?
messing with Cowboy?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess so, man. But you know how kids are. I mean, you know, it's just a weird name. It's unusual. And I just feel like he's going to get ridiculed for it, you know?
I think nowadays, though, everybody's got
Everybody
unique
has
names.
Yep.
But kids always find a way, even the tamest names, kids find a way to make a cruel nickname or bully you with it.
Yep.
What do you guys think? First off, what do you guys think of the name Cowboy? Secondly, what do you guys think? Is he the a-hole for not liking his sister's name? And has anybody ever had that happen to them where you were going to name your child something and somebody spoke up and said that they didn't like the name?
I mean, this is exactly why I never told anybody the names that we were thinking of, you know, when I was pregnant, because I didn't want to hear from the peanut gallery. Like, I didn't want anybody's opinion. With names, I don't think you say anything. I don't care if it's your sister, your best friend, your brother, your coworker. It's because there was so much thought that went into that. And they made that decision. I don't know. I know, Megan, I can hear you disagree, but it like crushed me when I did slip with Smith's name, and the reaction was so bad that
Really? Well,
yes,
what do
it
people
was
think about
so bad. And I am not going to call out the family member who had that reaction because you know who you are. It hurt my feelings so much, and
I don't ever want to give an opinion on somebody else's baby name because I think, Shannon, you're 100% right. Like, it's not your place to do. I also know that I don't make smart decisions, and I wouldn't want the public to weigh in on it, but I would like my brother to weigh in on it to make sure I'm not way out in left field being wild.
There's a huge difference in what you said. If your brother asked you for an opinion, then you sit there and talk about it with him.
Right.
This is not that. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah,
I don't
100%.
think you're an a-hole, Steven, but I just think that because you're trying to help. But yeah, if your family would have asked you, I think it would be a different ballgame. It'd be a different.
But also, like, if you're trying to prevent a kid from being made fun of their whole life, isn't that like a knight in shining armor doing the right thing?
Yes, but I'm sure mom and dad thought about that when they were trying to pick that name. Like, they go through everything.
A lot of people are walking around in these streets saying, "Did my parents really think about this?"
Trust me, my initials are S&M.
Cowboy. What do you think? Mojo in the Morning Show. Am I the a-hole? Bree, what are your thoughts?
Hi. I actually kind of had something similar happen to me. I was going to name my youngest daughter Mina, and my mom absolutely hated it. She said everyone would call her Mimi, and that is my mom's name from the kids. So she had me change it. She would every day at dinner just spew out random M names until we fell in love with Meadow, and now she's Meadow.
Oh, okay. So
I love Meadow, though.
do you wish that, or do you like that they spoke up, or do you wish that they would not have spoke up?
I don't mind it. They're still very vocal about it, and she's 3 years old. They'll make jokes about it all the time. They'll be like, "Aren't you so glad you didn't name her Mina?" I'm like, I mean, I still liked it. So.
Yeah, it's your baby, for goodness sakes.
Who cares what everybody else thinks?
Kayla, what's up? Am I the a-hole?
Good morning, and no, I don't think you're an a-hole.
Well, not me. I'm talking about, this is just the name of the thing that we do here. The Steven's on the phone. Is Steven the a-hole?
Oh, gotcha, yes. Well, with the name Cowboy, the thing I think about is, like, when you apply for jobs. I don't feel like that's, like, going to necessarily be taken seriously. And then the other thing I wanted to comment on is my own son, his name is Ezra. And when I was pregnant, I made the mistake of telling everybody what I was going to name him. And it made life a living hell the whole time I was pregnant, especially with hormones. I got so mad so many times.
See,
about people's opinions.
Ezra sounds like they should be a CEO of a major Fortune 500 company, you know? Doesn't or the legal counsel. Crystal, what's going on?
Well, first of all, I do agree that Cowboy is a strange name. I agree with Steve. I don't think he's an a-hole for that. And I'm pregnant right now, and my daughter's middle name is going to be Azalea. And my mother-in-law said that her response to it was, "Don't you know that's a weed?"
Wow.
Or a shrub. Don't you know that's a shrub?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
Like,
But it's always isn't it always the mother-in-laws that do that?
It wasn't.
Yeah, but it's always the mother-in-laws that make that comment.
Or if you start sharing the names, like you'll run into that person with that name, and they'll be like a giant a-hole, or somebody will know somebody. Nobody knows a Cowboy, so I mean, you're good there.
Do you know I have a cousin whose middle name legally is Vitamin?
Really?
Her middle name legally is Vitamin. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Nora Vitamin.
Huh.
What kind of drugs did the family do?
That was my uncle, and no drugs. But my Shanny's granny really wanted her to have a middle name, and they didn't have a middle name for their oldest son, my cousin Ian. And so just out of protest, they got a dictionary, and they flipped through the pages of the dictionary and told my grandma, whatever name our finger lands on, that's going to be her middle name.
And you're telling me that no drugs were involved?
No.
Alcohol, maybe?
No, maybe some beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Cliff?
What's up? I don't think Steven's an a-hole. I think as a family member, you have a responsibility when these kids are coming into your family. You don't want to set them up for, like, anything name calling or anything like that. I shopped my daughter's name around, both my daughters. I shopped it around the whole family just because I wanted to make sure. But
you wanted the opinion.
Yeah.
You wanted the opinion. In Steven's case, it's not his child, and he wasn't asked for his opinion.
Right. But the responsibility, I feel, will be because it's my sister. Even though she didn't ask, this is my sister, I would have to at least go, "Hey, sis, you really gonna call him Cowboy? You know what I'm saying? You really gonna do
that?" You said it so nicely, by the way, but...
Michelle, you also hate the name Cowboy?
Yes.
Really? I think it's kind of cool. I don't know.
I just feel like the kids are going to make horse jokes in school, and it's burdening the kids. It's saddling them, if you will.
Rancher is a better name than Cowboy.
Well, my stepson, he has a cousin that was just born, and they named him Splash, like I'm splashing in water, Wild.
Splash Wild.
Splash Wild.
Okay. And there's no
I'm
other
like,
Splash Wild. When his name is called in the class, guess what? He's the only one that will come to the front of the class.
So it makes me think, like, am I the a-hole?
Yeah. Caitlin, you love the name Cowboy?
I do, and I actually have twin daughters, and then shortly after we had another daughter. She was a surprise that nobody knew about. So we called my mom and said, "Mom, we had a baby. We named her Kaylana." And my mom said, "What the H? You cannot name a kid Kaylana."
Wow. That's not the reaction you're going for.
There's moms. Moms are always butting in. They should not be butting in like that. Autumn, you had a mother-in-law that was crazy about this, huh?
Yeah, so me and my husband are finally having our first baby, and he wanted to name his son after his adopted name because he was adopted from Russia. And when we told her that was our idea, she threw the biggest fit. Like, I love her to death, but she started, like, freaking out, like, sobbing and, like, shaking because she was so mad about it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Wow. Well, you know what? And she really has no right to be able to do that, right? So it's not.
Right. She was saying it was like that's another
another mother gave my son, and I can only think that's my son, not her son. But this is his son, and that's what he wants to do because he doesn't know any of his blood relatives. This is his first, so he wanted some kind of like tribute to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? That's where they just need to. They already had their chance to name their child, and you unfortunately married them.
Right.
So, Mike,
I love her to death. Don't get me wrong.
any of these names, or any possibility that your name choices might cause for some people to have a crazy eyeball or anything?
Honestly, we are struggling with names. So Cowboy is now going to be on that list of names. No, I genuinely don't. We're struggling.
Are you really?
Yeah. It's really, really hard.
Allie told me you have a name that you both agree on for a girl, but not a boy.
No, a girl. Right. But even then, we might not have a girl. So if we have a boy,
right.
No idea.
Because you guys are waiting until that baby pops out, and you guys can then name that baby.
Yeah, but with Milo and Cecily, it was very, I don't want to say easy, but it seemed easier at the time to come up with these names.
All right. Well, I don't think you're an a-hole, Steven, but I don't know if necessarily we got the right answer for you on what you should do. Mojo in the morning.